God says, listen closely, my beloved soul. What you are about to hear is not a coincidence, not imagination, and not something that reached you by accident. This message arrived at this exact moment because your heart was ready to receive it. There is a quiet movement happening in the unseen, a gentle alignment taking place around your life, and heaven wants you to pause for a moment and truly listen, not with fear, not with excitement, but with calm awareness. The angels are not rushing you, they are inviting you. They are drawing your attention inward, to a truth that has been unfolding slowly, patiently, waiting for the right time to be revealed. You may have felt it already, that subtle pull toward love, that unanswered question in your heart about connection, about companionship, about the person who feels familiar even before you fully know them. This is not longing without meaning. This is recognition without explanation. Angels are saying that some bonds are formed long before two lives cross paths, and when the time comes, the soul begins to remember before the mind understands. That is why certain names, certain thoughts, certain faces seem to surface again and again without effort. They are not random. They are echoes. Heaven speaks gently here. This is not about obsession or urgency. This is about clarity. The angels are not shouting, they are whispering, because truth does not need force. They say your heart has been preparing itself quietly, even when you thought you were just living your routine days. Every experience, every emotional lesson, every moment of patience has been shaping your ability to recognize what is real when it arrives. Love that is meant for you does not confuse you, it steadies you. It does not drain you, it restores you. And that is how you will know. There is a reason this message focuses on a name, not because a name holds magic, but because a name carries resonance. In the spiritual realm, names represent identity, intention, and alignment. Angels say that when the right connection approaches, the soul reacts first. You may notice familiarity where there should be none, comfort where there should be hesitation, calm where there used to be doubt. This is how divine alignment feels. Quiet. Grounded. Certain without needing proof. Do not rush to guess. Do not force meaning. Angels say revelation comes gently to those who stay still long enough to receive it. The answer you are seeking is not hiding from you, it is approaching you at the pace your heart can handle. Love that is meant to last is never revealed in chaos. It unfolds in understanding, in timing, in emotional readiness. That is why you are being asked to listen, not react. Right now, something is shifting within you. Not externally, not dramatically, but internally. Awareness is expanding. Discernment is sharpening. You are being prepared to recognize truth without fear and connection without confusion. Angels say when the moment comes, you will not be shocked because it is loud, you will be shocked because it feels right in a way you cannot deny. Stay present with this message. Let it settle. Let it speak beyond words. This is only the beginning of understanding, not the conclusion. God says, listen closely, my beloved soul. What is unfolding now is not about curiosity or excitement alone, it is about alignment, maturity, and readiness. Heaven is not revealing this to rush you, but to calm you. The angels want you to understand that true connection is never forced into your life suddenly without preparation. It is gently guided toward you while your heart is being shaped in ways you often don't notice. You have grown in silence, learned through experience, and softened in places where you once guarded yourself. That growth is the reason this message can reach you now without disturbing your peace. Angels are saying that soul connections do not arrive when you demand them, they arrive when you can recognize them without losing yourself. This is important. Love that is meant for you will not pull you away from who you are, it will meet you where you stand and walk beside you. That is why heaven speaks of recognition rather than pursuit. When the soul is ready, it does not chase, it attracts. And right now, your energy is shifting from seeking to allowing, from questioning to trusting. There is something sacred about the way names surface in your awareness. Sometimes a name passes through your thoughts softly, without reason, without emotion, yet it lingers. Angels say this happens when the soul remembers before the mind understands. It is not prediction, it is resonance. The soul recognizes familiar frequencies long before logic can explain them. That is why heaven is not giving you noise, it is giving you stillness. In stillness, truth becomes clear. You may think this message is about discovering something new, but in reality it is about uncovering something that has been forming quietly over time. The angels are guiding you to notice patterns without obsessing over them, to feel emotions without attaching fear to them, and to stay grounded while your awareness expands. This balance is crucial. Divine connections reveal themselves fully only when the heart is steady, not desperate, not distracted, not afraid of being alone. Heaven says your past experiences were not mistakes, they were lessons in discernment. Every disappointment taught you what love is not, so that when what is real appears, you will not doubt it or sabotage it. That is why this message does not come with urgency or pressure. Love that is meant for you does not demand immediate action, it brings clarity that feels natural and safe. Pay attention to how your body reacts to certain thoughts, not just your emotions. Peace is the sign. Calm is the confirmation. When you think of the right connection, there is no rush in your chest, no confusion in your mind, no fear of losing control. Angels say this is how you will know. Not through signs that scare you, but through feelings that settle you. Right now, heaven is aligning timing, not just people. Paths are adjusting, conversations are being prepared, and circumstances are slowly shifting to allow natural crossing points. Nothing will feel forced. Nothing will feel dramatic. It will feel surprisingly normal, and that is what will shock you the most. What you expected to feel overwhelming will instead feel familiar, as if it always belonged in your life. Stay open, but stay grounded. Do not overthink names, do not test signs, do not chase meaning. Angels are working in precision, not haste. When the moment comes, understanding will arrive effortlessly. Until then, this message is here to reassure you, not to excite you. Love is not approaching you in chaos, it is approaching you in alignment. Remain present. Remain patient. Remain aware. Heaven is still speaking, and what comes next will make sense only because you allowed yourself to listen calmly now. God says, Listen even more deeply now, my beloved soul, because what heaven wants you to understand at this stage is not about revelation, but preparation. Angels are saying that before anything is revealed outwardly, it must first be settled inwardly. Many people ask for love, but very few are truly ready to receive it without fear, control, or confusion. This message is reaching you because your heart has entered a phase where it is learning stillness instead of struggle, awareness instead of anxiety, trust instead of constant questioning. This inner shift is more important than any name, any sign, or any timing. Angels want you to know that soulmate energy does not arrive loudly. It does not announce itself with chaos or emotional storms. It arrives quietly, often disguised as normal conversation, simple moments, or an unexpected sense of comfort. That is why heaven is guiding you to slow your thoughts and soften your expectations. When you are calm, you can recognize what is real. When you are rushing, you only see what you want to see. The angels are protecting you from confusion by teaching you patience. There is a reason why the idea of knowing feels closer now than it ever did before. Your soul has stopped asking from emptiness and has started listening from fullness. That is a powerful change. Angels say when the soul reaches this state, it begins to recognize truth without effort. You won't need proof. You won't need reassurance. You won't need to convince yourself. The knowing will come gently, like remembering something you forgot you already knew. You may notice that your emotional reactions are changing. Things that once triggered you no longer pull you as deeply. Old wounds feel quieter. Certain patterns no longer attract you. This is not accidental. Heaven has been clearing emotional noise so that clarity can enter without distortion. A soulmate connection cannot thrive in unresolved chaos. That is why this phase is about inner alignment, not external answers. Angels are also saying that love connected to destiny does not compete for attention. It flows naturally alongside your life, not against it. If something drains your peace, confuses your sense of self, or makes you feel smaller, it is not aligned, no matter how intense it feels. True connection expands you quietly. It supports your growth without demanding you shrink or change who you are. This is the standard heaven is teaching your heart now. Notice how your intuition has become sharper, yet calmer. You sense things without panic. You feel guidance without fear. This is a sign that your soul is maturing. Angels say maturity is not about age, it is about emotional stability and spiritual awareness. When those align, the right people can finally meet you without misunderstanding you. At this stage, heaven is not asking you to search, guess, or decode anything. It is asking you to remain present. Remain grounded. Remain open without expectation. The moment you stop forcing meaning, meaning reveals itself naturally. The moment you stop chasing signs, signs arrange themselves around you effortlessly. Angels are working through timing more than information right now. Conversations, meetings, and realizations are being positioned carefully so nothing arrives before you are ready to hold it without fear. What is meant for you will not confuse you. It will not rush you. It will not destabilize you. It will feel steady, familiar, and respectful of your inner peace. This message is not telling you to wait in emptiness. It is telling you to live fully where you are, trusting that alignment does not require constant attention. Love that is guided by heaven does not need surveillance. It needs trust. And trust is what your soul is learning now. Stay centered. Stay patient. Stay aware. Angels are still guiding, still arranging, still aligning. What comes next will not shock you because it is dramatic, it will shock you because it feels right in a way you did not expect. God says, "Listen closely now, my beloved soul, because this is the moment where understanding settles into certainty." Angels are saying that what has been forming quietly around you is now ready to reveal its meaning, not through force, not through fear, and not through urgency, but through calm recognition. This stage is not about chasing answers anymore. It is about receiving clarity. Heaven never rushes what is real. What is real arrives when your heart is strong enough to recognize it without doubt. Angels want you to understand something very important here. A soulmate is not defined by obsession, longing, or emotional dependency. A soulmate is defined by resonance. When two souls are aligned by divine order, recognition happens before explanation. That is why your soul has been feeling unusually still lately. That stillness is not emptiness. It is readiness. It is the silence before understanding arrives clearly and gently. There is a reason certain thoughts, names, or feelings keep resurfacing in a calm way rather than an emotional storm. Heaven does not speak through chaos. It speaks through peace. When something is truly meant for you, it will not create anxiety in your spirit. It will create grounding. It will feel like coming home, not like losing control. Angels say this is how you will know the difference between illusion and alignment. Right now, your heart is being trained to recognize truth without needing confirmation from the outside world. That is why you are no longer attracted to uncertainty the way you once were. You are beginning to value consistency over intensity, depth over drama, and peace over excitement. This shift is not random. It is preparation. A soulmate connection requires emotional stability, not emotional hunger. Angels are also saying that names hold energy, but recognition holds power. When the right moment comes, you will not need signs screaming at you. You will not need anyone to convince you. The knowing will be quiet, firm, and undeniable. It will not shake your life, it will fit into it. That is why heaven has been slowing things down instead of speeding them up. Pay attention to how your intuition feels now. It is no longer loud or panicked. It is steady. That is the voice you are meant to trust. The more you stay connected to that calm awareness, the clearer everything becomes. What once felt confusing will feel obvious. What once felt distant will feel familiar. What once felt uncertain will feel settled. This is the phase where angels ask you to honor your own growth. You are not the same person you were before. You do not love the same way. You do not tolerate the same patterns. You do not chase the same feelings. That evolution is exactly why the next chapter can unfold properly. Heaven does not bring aligned people into misaligned hearts. Angels say that when the moment arrives, it will not demand effort. It will invite presence. It will not pull you out of yourself. It will meet you where you already are. That is how you will know it is real. What is meant for you never requires you to abandon yourself. Trust this timing. Trust this process. Trust the calm that is growing inside you. Nothing has been missed. Nothing has been delayed. Everything has been arranged with precision. What is meant for you is moving toward you at the same pace you are becoming ready to receive it. And now, before this message closes, angels ask you to anchor this energy with intention. If this message resonated with your soul, like this video to affirm alignment. If you feel clarity growing, comment with the word aligned to seal it. If you know someone who needs this calm truth, share it with them. And if you want to stay connected to messages that guide your heart and spirit, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because the next message will meet you exactly when you need it. Stay present. Stay grounded. Heaven is working quietly, and what comes next will feel unmistakably right.